Hello ladies and gents, my name is Gus Salmo and I'm your salesperson from Mercedes-Benz Peter Warren. I'm more than delightful and happy to show you the latest and greatest of Mercedes-Benz, the GLC43 AMG. It's a great car, it's a new model. The main difference right now you can see in our ranges, you have the infamous Mercedes-Benz AMG grille. Now it's on the 43 model that you can get the vehicle in. It looks very beautiful, very sleek, and it looks a little bit more sporty, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more angry and ready to take the road and eat the road. That's what AMG it's all about. We come here on the side, you have your new multi-beam LED headlights, which is a little bit different than the predecessor and the previous model. As you can see, you have your single indicator here on the side, and you have the beautiful, what do we call, the eyebrow at the top of Mercedes-Benz, and you have your two main LED lights here. Comes aside of the part here, you have a brand new grille, and the grille actually looks very beautiful, integrated in the original one, which is here, and you have your typical parking sensors at the front. If we look at the side profile of this car, the side profile of this vehicle, you have your brand new Mercedes-Benz AMG. So as you can see right now, it has kind of a beautiful mix to it. So it's high gloss sheen, you have the aluminium look at the front, and you have the black sheen from the sides of the car. It's a beautiful contrast. It gives you that little bit more sportier appealing, and rather than having it all black or all silver, some people like it like in that beautiful mix. Now we look at the side profile of the vehicle. You can see it says bi-turbo 4MATIC. Bi-turbo in Latin means twin turbos, two turbos. The vehicle has two turbos. They help each other cohesively to work with the engine and gearbox to give you a better performance and a fuel efficiency. Speaking of performance, this car provides you from its engine, the V6 bi-turbo gives you 287 kilowatts, 520 Newton meter of torque, launch you from 0 to 100 kilometers in 4.9 seconds. It's a magnificent machine. We come from the side, I'm gonna show you the engine and the whole bits and pieces and beautiful about it. So if I open the door, of course, it's a keyless entry. That means I have the key in my pocket, and if I want to access to the vehicle, I can simply swipe at the top locks of the vehicle and put my hand behind the door handle and it'll simply unlock it. Let's look at what's under the bonnet. Come here on the side. Beautiful. Now look at the beauty of Mercedes-Benz engines. So it's a V6. You have the AMG lettering here with the beautiful red contrast on top of the engine cover. It's just those minor details that Mercedes-Benz AMG department takes their way of building the car, like every bits and pieces is added up to the vehicle. You have your infamous Nafigil firewall, so it surrounds the engine, it surrounds the car to give you a better protection. So that's pretty much overall, that's what you're gonna find in your engine compartment, mainly the engine, the turbos, which is all hidden underneath. You wouldn't see it here. So first thing first, we're gonna go and look at the rear of the car and what is the difference in the rear of that vehicle. We close it. Ladies and gents, keep in mind, when you close a Mercedes-Benz bonnet, don't softly put it on and close it from the middle. You have 2 or 3 sensors that is pretty much related to the bonnet. If it's not being dropped properly, those sensors will send signals inside the car. It shows your bonnet is still open even though it's closed. Okay? You have your typical side steps. If you're a short person, you want to stand up, you can simply put your feet and go inside the vehicle. Now we look at the beauty about this car from the back. As I always say, you know, Mercedes-Benz bringing all that sexy back again lately to it, you know, especially you have the AMG department. They do a great job at doing it. We come from the side here, you have your quad exhausts and a brand new diffuser. Previously, the previous pre-facelift model, to be more specific, it didn't have that. It had kind of a weird exhaust I wasn't a big fan of. But right now, the car looks a little bit meaner. And the proper exhaust, you know, look how wide they are, and the diffuser gives you a better downforce when you drive the vehicle. And of course, everyone knows it's the GLC43 AMG. You have the AMG badging here and the GLC43 on the side, so everyone can tell you're in a fast car. Okay, what I'm going to do right now, we'll jump inside the car. I'm going to show you some of the features of the vehicle. All right, ladies and gents, now we're inside the vehicle here. One thing to notice, if you want to start the car on a sport mode, there's a big advantage to it. So don't put your foot on the brake. Start it up, push the start button on, tells you the car and the vehicle is running. Okay, you can put the exhaust button on, which it started much louder. Foot on the brake, start the button again. Now you can hear the sound. It gives it a little bit of rumble, a little bit of sound to it, which it gives it a more sportier feeling to it. All right, you have your brand new Mercedes-Benz steering wheel with the AMG lettering at the bottom, and of course it's a flat bottom. Genuinely speaking, the steering wheel, the diameter of it is much smaller and a little bit more compact to give you a better handling when you turn the steering on and off. That's the advantage to it. The other advantage what we have here is Mercedes-Benz did a great job. When you come inside a Mercedes-Benz, you can feel the leather, the quality, the stitching. You have the perforated leather on the side of the steering wheel, flat bottom here, brush stitching everywhere. That red of leather bits at the top, it tells you where is the center of the steering wheel. So if you're turning to the left, you know where's the center and where do you want to direct your vehicle. So that's an extra advantage as well. Besides that, everything is electric when you jump inside the Mercedes-Benz. You have your electric steering wheel controls. You can move it forward, backward, raise it up, lower it down, however you want to according to your position. And that is connected to the seat controls here. Mercedes-Benz believes, and I believe that what they're doing is the right way, by having everything close to your hand wherever you want to see it. So if you want to control the seat controls here, you can push it forward and it goes forward. You can pretty much push it backward as well. You can have the thigh extension at the front here, which it gives you a better support when you sit down. You also have your back lumbar support assistance, and you can raise up and lower down the headrest, which I'm doing right now. Now, leaving this aside, let's come to the new features that the pre-facelift didn't have. As you can see right now, the center console is much cleaner. It looks nicer, a little bit refreshed. You don't have that toggle anymore, and the touchpad on top of it, Mercedes-Benz did a great job at it by mixing both at the same time. So you give you a beautiful touchpad, the same touchpad that you can find in your laptop, but is much easier to control. For example, if I want to control this screen and my hands can't reach it, and my hands on the steering wheel, I have two choices. The first choice is I use the pad over here. So I click on the home button and I can simply swipe whichever function I want to use. For example, if I want to use the navigation, I click on the navigation and voila. Did I say it right? Yeah. Now you have it, your navigation here, and you can see it looks much beautiful and nice. And if you want to go back, the same button, press the home button, takes you to the main menu, and you can use the radio and so on and so forth, whichever function you want. The other feature that you have in the car, if you don't want to use the pad, Mercedes-Benz did a fantastic, magnificent job by combining ergonomics, functionality, and able to use. So I have this pad on the steering wheel here. So if we come closer to it, I'll demonstrate to you. If I can simply swipe on this pad, if you look at the screen here, the functions, whatever I'm choosing, it's actually working. So if I want to choose the navigation, I simply click on it and the navigation is there. If I don't want the navigation, I press on the home button and I can get to radio. The same features and buttons exist on the left hand of your steering wheel. It exists here on this pad. Now when I say the left hand, in Australia, all our cars right hand drive, not left hand drive. Other markets, these buttons will be completely the opposite. Okay? If we go and show you one more feature in this vehicle, you have your typical exhaust button over here. So if I press it on, that will leave the exhaust button on. And if I click it back off again, you can see that red piece disappeared, so it's not there. So let's put it on, and of course, who doesn't want a beautiful exhaust sound coming out of the car? Besides that one, the vehicle can park itself forward, reverse, and parallel. Once we press this button over here, if I press it right now, and we look at the screen here, now if we're driving the car, the vehicle will start scanning to find empty car spots, and once we find it, it will give me the choice if I want to reverse forward or reverse or parallel. If we don't want it, press it back on again. This button is very important. Petrol heads, for you who love speed, who loves to drive very fast, not very fast, you know, who wants to have a little bit of thrill while they drive their car. If I choose this button here and I click on it, if we look at the screen, that will change the way that I drive the car. I can use individual where I can customize the car however I want it. I can use a slippery. If it's raining or snowing, I can choose comfort. Of course, you drive the car in comfort. Sport, where everyone would love to drive the car, and you have the Sport Plus, which it gives the res much higher. The car is always ready there for you. And when you change shift, by the way, speaking of the gear shifter, this one has the 9-speed G-tronic Sports Automatic Mercedes-Benz gearbox. Fantastic gearbox, ready there for you whenever you want to shift. It's always there if you want to upshift or downshift. Either one of them, it's a magnificent gearbox. And what Mercedes-Benz AMG department did, they know how to tune the gearbox and the engine, and they work cohesively with each other. A great, great feature. Now coming on this side here, you have your typical cup holders and wireless charger right now in the car. Before we're speaking about anything, look at the quality, look at the wood, look at the craftsmanship. When you jump inside a Mercedes-Benz, you can tell instantly it is. If we look at the side here, you can see how this part is all leather and you have the red stitching. Most of other car manufacturers, they leave this bits and piece here all in plastic, and you feel a little bit cheap. That's how it feels in the center console. So if you want to lean your knee here or your legs, it's actually rubbing against a beautiful, nice material. You don't feel it's harsh on your leg. All right, now we're gonna come on the other shortcut buttons. If you're a person like me who can't remember every single word, there's shortcut buttons for you. Telephone takes you to telephone. Of course, the device is not connected. Navigation takes you to your navigation. Radio or media takes you to your radio or media. Car settings takes you to your car settings. All right, and stars if you want to set up your own assistant and start controlling things from your end. And of course, hazard lights. So let's go back to navigation, which is my favorite view that we have here. Now this is mostly what we're talking about the Mercedes-Benz interior inside. There's one more feature that the AMG has, which the other Mercedes-Benz model doesn't have. If I click on the home button here, you can see instantly right now the screen in front of me, I can change the display of it. So if I can go a little bit closer, I can choose design, and from design I can choose Super Sport. Super Sport, this transferred to only Mercedes-Benz AMG screen. Other non-AMG models, they don't have that digital display or screen. And very obvious, you can tell it says AMG here, you can tell how much fuel you got here, the date, the time, the day, the month, and also you can change it to whatever you want. So this is the Super Sport display. We can go and change it again to, let's say, Classic, which you have your typical blue dials here, and that's what the Classic display is. Speaking of Classic and displays, look at the Burmester high-end surround sound system. Look at the quality, the craftsmanship. This is beautiful aluminum touches here, and this is Burmester. This is in my opinion, the best surround sound system you have right now in the market. It gives you 590 watt of power, very crisp, very clear. Let's listen to it. Let's have a listen to it. Let's go to radio and choose a channel. So what are we going to choose? Let's go to probably FM, and we got Kiss Radio. Very beautiful surround sound system, as you can tell. Beside the sound system, you have leather everywhere. Look at the red stitching, leather at the top, leather where it belongs on even the glove box. How good is that? And you have the wood on the side accompanied as well, as you can see. Very, very great feature for Mercedes-Benz. Thank you again, Mercedes-Benz. Now, one more thing. Now we're sitting at the front of the car. Let's check out the rear of the vehicle and how spacious it is. Now, I'm gonna put this one here according to my seating position. So that's how I would drive my car. I'm 5'10", I'm not that very tall, I'm not a short person, I'm average height. And if I want to drive it, that would be my seating position. Let's go at the back and see how much space I have. All right, now you can see where I'm at the back seat. Look how much room I have. As I told you earlier, that would be my seating driving position in the GLC43 AMG. Plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom. Speaking of plenty of headroom, yes, I understand I have no hair, but you know what? Deal with it. I gotta deal with it. All right, so you have plenty of space here. Knee room is very obvious. You have your typical climate zone controls here. It's a 2-zone control, not a 3-zone. You can't control your own temperature at the back. But what Mercedes-Benz gives you here, gives you an extra USB-C chargers. So you have kids or people sitting in the back, they can charge their phones, iPads, iPods, or whatever device you want to charge it, you can use it for. And a 12-volt power socket as well. So put that back on again. You have also your typical ISOFIX button. So if you're a family member that you have your kids and you need to put baby seats or capsules in them, you can simply just hook them up, move this part here, and you can just stick it in and put it on. That's it. Leaving on the center console here at the back, this is if you have 4 people want to sit and rest at the back, just leaning, coming from a long trip, they want to relax, they can sit like that. You have also your cup holders. Beautifully integrated. Well done, Mercedes-Benz, well done. All right, close it back again, put it on back. Now, if we go at the back, let's listen to the symphony of this exhaust system, all right? All right, guys, let's listen to the sound of the exhaust. Very beautiful sound. Speaking of the back of the car, let's check out the boot capacity at the back. With Mercedes-Benz, you can simply just click on a button here and that would open up and you can see all the space. I understand it's a little bit messy, but we got the floor mats all the way here, which is very normal. It's a brand new vehicle. We don't want to use the floor mats and the next buyer comes and buy the car and we find out it's a worn and torn floor mats, all right? And obviously, you have a very square boot that you have here. And also one more feature is, you press this button on the side here, you press this button here, you can lower up and raise up the vehicle however you want to, and this vehicle can do that. So if you want to raise it up, press it again, lower it, press it back again, and you have your privacy curtain here. You can slide it up so you can cover whatever you want to have here, and now we close it back again. Now on the other side, if I want to close it, you have your closing button over here, you press it, and boom, that would close. Very simple and very easy. Now, ladies and gents, this is kind of a quick review about the GLC43 AMG. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button notification. I upload videos every week, all right? Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.